Hey guys, what's up? My name is Bill White. This is the Kayaking Outdoorsman channel. I am a proud supporter of the Canadian Fishing Network, Slayer. What up, guys? I have not utilized my YouTube properly whatsoever. I've had it for years and years and years. All I've ever done was like videos, comment, and subscribe to other people's channels, and never ever made a push to do anything on my own. In which case, I do a lot of things, man. Hunting, fishing, biking. I wouldn't mind getting into some skiing videos too, but you know, whatever. I do unboxing videos. I like to do music. A lot of my friends play guitar. A couple friends play drums. I'd like to take some videos and do that stuff. If you're into that kind of stuff, when I do pump these videos out, man, give it a like, a subscribe. I'm pushing for 1,000 subscribers here. Whoever helps me out to 1,000 and subs first, I will subscribe your channel right back, and we can actively do this and help each other grow, you know? This first video here is going to be a lake trout video, my very first ever lake trout. My Uncle Claude, who's in his 60s, asked me to come up to Parry Sound, Ontario with him. So I jumped in the truck, went for a ride, with zero to little research on anywhere, because I've never been there since I was a kid. I haven't been there, should I say. Never ever ice fished any of these lakes. We were gonna go shoot for brook trouts and crappies. And when we got to these two lakes that I looked up, the snowbanks were so high at the edge of them that my uncle was not gonna be able to climb over them with his gear and me helping and be able to trek 3 miles down the lake and find a good hole to do some fishing. So he asked me if I had ever been to Georgian Bay, in which case I had never been to Georgian Bay, and this guy right here is always down to fish new waters. I like being a rookie on a water. It makes me have a good trip. It makes me have to work for my fish, and I like to do that. So I said, no, let's do it. Jumped back in the truck and drove on down to Georgian Bay. We were on the north shore of Georgian Bay, and I think we walked for 6-7 minutes out on the ice, and I felt my stomach turn, and I stopped, and he was like, what's the matter? I pulled out my 10-inch Eskimo auger, and I drilled 3 holes, and sure enough, we caught fish in all 3 of the holes. We caught 4 Lakers that day. I got 3, and my uncle got 1, and as soon as I figured it out, man, it was fun. We went with crappie gear, which was the hard part, because like normally you're thinking lake trout, people like to toss tube jigs and bucktail jigs and big baits to go for them Lakers. And this guy right here had ultralight gear. I had a 27-inch ultralight white noise rod and reel combo lined up with some 2-pound fluorocarbon. And I was using a tungsten chandelier jig, which I purchased at Bill's Bait and Tackle here in Hamilton, and butterworms to tip it. And I got those at the reptile store here in Hamilton. I'll leave a link to the description below for everything, right? I didn't know what I was fishing, if I was fishing perch, if I was fishing, you know, anything. So the first hole that I had hooked up in, we were in like 68 feet of water, and I took like 15 steps back and I drilled another hole, and it was like 80 plus feet deep. And same thing with the third hole, it was just over 80 feet deep. And we caught fish in all of them, which was the good part. And it took me a while, like I rookied it up, man. I didn't know what I was fishing for. At first I thought I was fishing for jumbo perch and walleye, and I could get them to follow me. And I got one to follow me all the way up to like 3 feet below the ice. And he dropped back down. He did that twice, and I just couldn't get him to commit. And eventually I managed to convince one to look at my jig, and I'm jigging it. And then as soon as I started to reel it away, that was it. He chased it and it was on. And then I figured it out. Boom, it's lake trout. They like to run. But I had never done lake trout fishing before. And I'm there with crappie gear to boot, right? But it was fun. It was really fun. Without further ado, this is my very first lake trout from last year. all the way up here at Perry Sound, Georgian Bay. Got my Uncle Claude with me.
You were on bottom, eh?
Pretty close, yeah. I only got some 2-pound fluorocarbon on my crappy rod here.
Easy does it, but
Cool, I thought I lost it for a second there.
easy does it, though.
Yeah, baby. I think I got a lake trout, boys.
Yeah, it's not kicked out, maybe.
Gotta catch up. Gotta catch up. If it's a whitefish, it's my first whitefish. If it's a lake trout, it's my first lake trout. Whatever it is, it's my first
It's definitely not pike.
fish on Georgian Bay.
I don't think it's pike.
No, definitely not. I hope it's a big walleye.
Usually a walleye you splash around trying to play fast. This guy looks like he's just
Unless it's like 10 pounds. What, you saw him?
close to the hole. Kind of scared him. Good fucking test for that line, I'll tell you.
2-pound fluorocarbon. There's over 20 inches of ice out here on the north shore of Georgian Bay.
That a big fish is 60 feet deep.
Yeah, we're also 63 feet of water. I'm using my Humminbird I-35 and a tungsten chandelier jig with a butterworm.
Took us all fucking day to fucking
It did, it took us all day to hook up with this.
teased them all fucking day. We knew it was here as soon as we got here.
I only drilled 3. Oh, I still got him. I've only drilled 3 holes here on Georgian Bay.
Is he dragging you out too?
A little bit here and there. I think it's a big walleye, the way it's fighting.
See, so it's getting closer to the hole, so yeah. Get down there by don't lose it, man. Just try here on the pitch. This is the longest ice fish. I think.
That guy scared my fish.
Yeah.
Oh, no, all that work.
Get tired, Doug, get tired. Makes the trip worthwhile. All this wildlife and capture fish.
Oh my God, the deers and the eagles.
That's what caught the fish. Wasn't you, but it's knowing how to get them and tease them. And once you got them there.
Come on, baby, you can come through the hole. There's my Laker. There's my freaking Laker, baby. Top Canadian Fishing Network. My name is Bill White. I'm out here on Georgian Bay, North Shore, and I've hooked into my very first lake trout. It's my very first time on Georgian Bay. I'm using an ultralight rod, 2-pound test fluorocarbon. Here we are at the hole. Look in the hole, Unc. Look down the hole. See all them bubbles? This is going to be the test. This is going to be the test here, folks. There's my very first lake trout, baby! Yeah, baby!
Come on, Dad.
Right in the tip of the snout. Yeah, baby! That being said, I'm going to make my attempt at doing this for real. I am into fishing, ice fishing, hunting, mountain biking, stunt biking, everything that I can get my hands onto. Me and my friends play guitars. I'm going to be doing some videos with them playing guitars while I'm fishing. And if you happen to like that stuff, man, when I push out those videos, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. This is my push for 1,000 subs. And anybody who subscribes me, I'll subscribe you right back.